onion in my hand. Well, the situation which we see here today is, the economic situation which we see here today is that you can imagine only the rich ones holding onion in their hand. Because we are suffering from something called as a price rise. We have been reading about this in the newspaper for a long time, and that's why I thought this would be the best time for me to speak on this. Myself, Roshan Shetty, and I'm here to speak on inflation for the next 5 to 7 minutes. Inflation is a sustained rise in the price due to the rise in the demand without a corresponding rise in its supply. For any economy to be considered stable, the price also has to be stable for that particular economy. So that is how you demarcate the economies into developing, developed and underdeveloped economies. Our country, India, is a developing nation, as you all know. The economy is also developing. It was hit by inflation very badly last year. It was around 12.5%. You must be aware of it. The soaring prices of onion, that was the reason I actually put it in front of you. Now, inflation has been a huge problem for us. What could be the reasons for inflation? We know that there are a lot of reasons for this. I'll put forward a few of them. First of all, in the last 5 decades, the amount of money which was spent by the government has increased substantially from a few hundred crores to a few lakh crores today. So what does that mean? It simply means that you're placing more amount of money in the hands of the general public. So once you put a lot of money in the hands of public, it increases the purchasing power of the public or of an individual. So the demand for the essential commodities increases. But sadly, people, in our country, the supply hasn't increased at the same rate. As a result of which, we see something called as a price rise. Two other factors in our country add insult to injury. The ever-rising population, which has been increasing very high over the last 5 decades, and the widespread speculation and hoarding of essential goods, as you would be reading it in the newspapers. If you haven't gotten what inflation is all about, I'll put it to you in front of you in the simple layman's language. Imagine you have rupees 50 in your pocket and you feel like buying a kg of apple. You go to the market, you see the price of apple, it's rupees 50. Simple mathematics, you buy a kilo of apple with the 50 rupees. Next year, I still have rupees 50 in my pocket. Thanks to Oracle, no hikes. So I go to the market, I see the price of apples, it's 75 a kilo. So it's really evident that I'm not able to buy a kilo of apple. So I get approximately around 670 grams of apple. So what does that mean? It means that the value of my money has fallen down. It has fallen down by approximately 33%. And that is inflation for you. You cannot generalize this anyways for all commodities. This is one single commodity. Because there are a lot of other factors also involved. The biggest question for us is, how are we going to curtail this inflation? The government plays a huge role in doing that. You know what happened to Zimbabwe? The highest inflation rate, 1 lakh percentage. With the government policies were so poor that they pushed Zimbabwe to the ditch. Started printing money more than their GDP. So the value of money fell down. UK and US is considered to have the best policies so as to contain inflation between the rate of 2 to 3%. They predict the inflation rate or forecast the inflation rate for a year and see if it's extremely high. What they do is they set two policies. One is to increase the interest rates. Once you increase the interest rates, it actually brings in the greed in the hearts of the public. They know that if they save money, they'll get more amount of money from interest. So they start saving more amount of money. It means the expenditure is reduced and therefore the demand will reduce and ultimately the inflation decreases. The other thing they do is increase taxation. Once you increase taxation, obviously your wallet is cut. Your amount of money in your pockets is lower, so you're not going to spend more. So therefore expenditure decreases and ultimately inflation, as I told before. The Indian government also has to bring in those the same policies so as to bring down the inflation rate in our country as well. Before I close, I want to say what we can do in bringing down inflation. Obviously, our country, the population is around 130 crores. Not much can be done by an individual. But there are certain things which we definitely can do in containing the inflation rate. One is to control population rise, which is really not that possible. The other thing is eradicating unnecessary expenditure. Finally, the most important thing, choosing the right government. Thank you.